Chilika is Asia's largest brackish water lagoon. It is also known as Chilika Lake and is located in the state of Odisha on India's east coast. Its water spread fluctuates between 1,165 square kilometers during the monsoon season and 906 square kilometers during the dry season. Chilika receives a regular tidal inflow from the Bay of Bengal through a narrow seamouth and abundant fresh water from distributaries of the Mahanadi River to the north and numerous rivulets emanating from its western catchment. It is a shallow lake with an average depth of just 1.5 meters. Chilika is one of Asia's most important wintering grounds for migratory waterfowl from Europe, Central Asia, Siberia and China. It is also home to the largest lake population of the highly endangered Airavati dolphin. A species of limbless lizard found in Chilika exists nowhere else in the world. Over 200,000 people depend on the lagoon for their livelihood. In 1981, Chilika was recognized as a wetland of international importance and designated as India's first Ramsar site. However, from the 1970s to the late 1990s, Chilika experienced a drastic decline. Silt and sand choked its sea inlets, reducing tidal inflow to a trickle. Salinity declined drastically, and thanks to fresh water inflows from streams and rivers, Chilika began turning into a freshwater lake. Invasive freshwater weeds proliferated, and silt brought in by rivers made the lake even shallower. Many commercially important fish species disappeared, and fish catch dwindled. The future for Chilika's wildlife and local communities looked bleak, and Chilika became known as a dying lake. Due to these ecological changes, the Ramsar Secretariat placed Chilika on the Montreux record of threatened wetlands in 1993. However, even before this, the government of Odisha had recognized the serious implications of the lake's ecological degradation. In 1991, it established a dedicated agency to restore the lake back to health, the Chilika Development Authority, CDA for short. Rigorous modeling studies commissioned by CDA confirmed that the root cause of the problems facing Chilika was the closure of the sea mouth. So, based on these careful scientific studies, a new seamouth was dredged open between the Bay of Bengal and the lake in September 2000. The opening of the new seamouth had several beneficial impacts. It restored the salinity balance of the lake. It allowed accumulated silt to be flushed out to sea, thus restoring the lake to its former depth. And it re-established fish migration between the sea and the lake, leading to a significant increase in the fish catch. In the year prior to the opening of the seamouth, the fish catch was a paltry 1,600 tons. But within just 6 months of the opening, the catch went up to 13,160 tons. Presently, the annual fish catch is about 12,000 tons. The opening of the seamouth has also resulted in the expansion of dolphin distribution in Chilika. Before the opening of the seamouth, Airavati dolphins were found only in these areas marked in red. Today, they are found in the red and green marked areas, indicating the expansion of suitable habitat. In 2002, thanks to its successful ecological restoration, Chilika became the first and only wetland in Asia to be removed from the Montreux record of threatened wetlands. However, since the seamouth was likely to get silted again due to natural causes, CDA dredged a 22-kilometer-long channel from the river confluence point to Magarmukh. By keeping the water flowing, the channel ensures that the seamouth stays open. This channel is regularly maintained through dredging. Today, CDA's main goals and activities are to protect the lake ecosystem with all its genetic diversity, to manage the lake for wise use of resources and ensure sustainable fisheries, to establish a management information system, to promote multidisciplinary research and conservation, to ensure sustainable management of the entire lake basin, to maintain the hydrological regime, to create awareness about the values and functions of the wetland ecosystem, and to promote eco-sensitive tourism. To carry out efficient monitoring of the lake, CDA has a full-fledged wetland research and training center. The center is equipped with modern laboratories, a museum of zoological and botanical reference specimens, modern conference facilities, and a scientists' hostel to provide accommodation to visiting researchers. CDA has a well-trained team of scientists and technicians and is headed by a chief executive. On any given day, CDA teams are out on the lake monitoring its health. Their work involves water sampling to check various parameters, including dissolved oxygen, pH, and salinity, monitoring benthic fauna from the lake bed, monitoring phytoplankton and zooplankton, sampling plant and weed density, and monitoring of seagrass meadows and their distribution. In 2012, CDA deployed advanced electronic sensor-equipped buoys that monitor several water quality parameters round the clock and relay the data every 15 minutes to the laboratory in real time. CDA's other research activities include monitoring the fish in the lake. At the CDA lab, random samples of fish are examined regularly to gather more knowledge about their diet, reproductive status, diseases, and other parameters. This research also helps shed light on the health of the ecosystem as a whole. Periodically, CDA fisheries experts conduct fish tagging programs that help them understand the distribution and movement of fish in the lake. Several days a week throughout the year, CDA personnel monitor fish catch at landing centers. Not only does this exercise provide valuable data on the quantum of fish caught, but it also provides information on species composition, size, and other valuable details that help with fisheries management. CDA experts regularly interact with members of the various fishing communities. Periodic workshops reinforce the need for responsible fisheries and wise use of Chilika's natural resources. CDA promotes the use of high-efficiency insulated boxes to ensure that the daily catch reaches the market without losing its freshness. This measure has helped local communities get a better price for their harvests. Microcredit has been another CDA milestone. This has freed many fishing communities from seeking crippling high-interest loans from private money lenders. Thanks to microcredit and the construction of clean facilities for the sorting and sale of seafood, fishers are now able to earn better profits by marketing their catches without the involvement of middlemen. CDA greatly values collaboration with research and conservation institutions from India and around the world. In partnership with Maryland University in the United States, CDA has developed an Ecosystem Health Report Card. a simple way of communicating the health of the ecosystem to a wide audience on a regular basis. For over a decade, CDA has collaborated with the Bombay Natural History Society in understanding the bird life of Chilika. Every winter, teams from the Bombay Natural History Society trap birds employing established capture protocols. After various useful data are collected, the birds are ringed and released. A bird survey is conducted once a year in collaboration with the Odisha Forest Department and the Bombay Natural History Society. These surveys have identified over 225 species of birds in Chilika and are shedding light on their abundance, distribution, feeding habits and migratory patterns. Resident and migratory species of Chilika include purple swamp hens, widgeons, many species of gulls and terns, and black-tailed godwits. CDA is also collaborating with scientists from the University of Tokyo to study the shy and elusive Irrawaddy dolphins through the deployment of advanced hydrophones. Once a year, a dolphin survey is conducted in collaboration with the Odisha Forest Department with volunteers drawn from other government departments and wildlife NGOs. Fishing activities are suspended for the day, and after field kits are handed out to the various team leaders, survey boats set off along predetermined transects. A survey in 2013 estimated the population of Irrawaddy dolphins in Chilika at 152. Through its decades of work, CDA has learned that managing a coastal ecosystem needs adaptive institutions with the ability to work at multiple scales and engage with diverse stakeholders, especially local communities. Multiple knowledge systems are essential in order to benefit from cutting-edge science as well as traditional knowledge. Participatory research helps connect the ecosystem to the communities and facilitates resource-efficient and inclusive management. CDA believes that informed stakeholders translating scientific findings into practice can bring about sustainable utilization. Protecting biodiversity leads to ecosystem resilience. This leads to ensuring ecological integrity and sustaining livelihoods. Restoration of a wetland leads to all-round enhancement of ecosystem services. Since its inception in 1991, CDA has come a long way, developing expertise in diverse activities from research, monitoring, and lake management to working with local communities. It is the recipient of prestigious awards, including the Ramsar Wetland Conservation Award and the Indira Gandhi Conservation Award. With support from the government and its local, national, and international partners, CDA is striving to ensure that the lake, local communities, and Chilika's immense biodiversity will continue to thrive well into the future.